Hello there. All right, so interesting thing to show you guys today. So this right here is the angled mag belt sleeve from Tracer Tactical. As the name implies, it is a sleeve that slides over your gun belt and actually allows you to take the existing pistol magazine pouches that you already have and place them at an angle. So I know a lot of us, we kind of prefer to have our magazines placed at an angle. It's a little bit easier to get to. And this right here for only 25 bucks lets me do that a lot easier. Additionally, I can also take something like a tourniquet pouch and also have that right there like angled out. So not saying you have to do it, just saying that, hey, something you can do it. Pair that with a belt like this. This right here is the HAVOC belt from Hercules Tactical. So I can now take a pouch and I can try to place this on there. I can end up going vertically, horizontally, or now at an angle. So I'll get this here on the table. We'll go ahead and go over this at a little bit more depth. And say, please, so whether you're watching this on Instagram or YouTube, like, subscribe, follow, share, all that fun stuff. And yeah, we'll get into this right here. All right, guys, so just kind of get this here like on the table and that you guys see this product. Well, it's just, by itself without anything actually attached to it. So this right here is a sleeve. So it is just slid right over the belt. Now this right here is a 2-inch tall belt and it fits very, very well. It's like on here. On the front, you've got that squadron material. And then actually right behind this right here is that Tegris. So that is what is allowing this right here to actually, stay nice and rigid while you have your mag pouch actually attached like to it. So you can just kind of see how it's just slides right on over the belt. When you look at the other side of this, so what we have going on here is there is the nice, try to peel it here for you guys. So we have that loop material on the inside that'll attach to the hook that is actually on the inside of like your belt. So that is what is holding this nice and stiff. Like you can see, I'm trying to like move this here back and forth. So it holds very securely on there. And then of course you do have the hook material here. So your inner pants belt, this right here will attach to, and it does not move around like at all. It is actually very, very secure. So that is it by itself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start throwing some pouches on here, just kind of show you, what this here can actually do, for you guys. All right, so you guys can kind of see how I have this pistol magazine pouch actually attached onto it. So there are 3 cutouts that are like right here. So for a pouch like this, it actually has the little molly piece kind of attached like to it. It'll only hold on like the one, so there's a little bit of like play that's like in this. However, if I'm actually trying to get that magazine out, I have like no problems with it, being able to come out and it still like holds like fairly securely. Now, most of the guys that I know, you guys are running like, the S-Tac like Kiwi pouches. So you have something like this, all right? So if you have one of these malice clips and you're trying to attach that on there, that is actually going to work out a lot better. You'll be able to utilize all 3 of these like cutouts, and that'll hold that a lot more secure than just something like this. However, this here does work, just not as well as something like this. All right, so continuing along, as you guys can see, what I did was I ended up taking a tourniquet pouch. So here's one of my TQ pouches from L4 Performance. Utilized that malice clip on there and attached it, just right next to my actual pistol magazine pouch itself. I will say that, do you have to do this? No. Would I recommend it for something like a smaller magazine like this? This here's from my Smith & Wesson MP 2.0, the compact. Probably not. All right, I can definitely kind of like maybe get in the way of actually trying to access this one right here. However, if you are active duty like myself, carrying the M17, M18, then of course you're going to have that magazine pouch. I'm sorry, the magazine itself sticking way on up here. So just something to kind of look at. Am I saying that you have to do this? No, I'm just kind of pointing out that, hey, you can in fact like do this. If you're like us, actually trying to get rid of like the pistols themselves, I could go ahead and mount something more useful, like, grenades back here, mount a second tourniquet pouch like right now, just next to this one right here. And I can have 2 TQ pouches and a little bit more easy to access, a little bit faster to get out. And of course, they are not straight up and down, kind of digging into my side as I'm sitting down, especially, if I'm mounted. So just something to kind of consider that, hey, there are kind of multiple things you can do with this item right here. Now, I did want to kind of give you guys a little bit of like a side-by-side or up and down comparison. So with having my magazine pouches on this Tracer Tactical, that angled mag pouch sleeve, you can see it's not really taking up a whole lot of space. So here's actually only taking up 3 of the molly columns wide on this thing like right here. And of course, once again, allows me to angle my magazines. What I have like right here, so these are actually the T-Rex Arms Mars Carrier pouches, and I have I want to say they're the micro adapts, all right, from Guardian Warrior Solutions. Fantastic setup, absolutely no complaints about it. But you can see this one here actually ends up taking up 4 of these molly columns. So it is a little bit like wider. And of course, once again, like with this right here, I'm actually able to take existing pouches that I already have, or maybe that are already issued out to me, and just angle them up rather than going out and spending, extra money getting something like this. So just kind of something to think about. So this right here is definitely a solid option. However, once again, if you're kind of getting into the whole, hey, you can't go out and use, self-purchase gear, maybe getting something like this, it's a really quick like attachment, use the issue pouches, should be like, okay, all right, I'm not your operations officer, so I can't make that judgment, but just something to actually, consider. So hope this helps, guys. If you guys have any questions, that put it down in the comments, whether this is on YouTube, Instagram, like whatever. Always happy to help any way I can. Later, folks.